Hey guys, getting ready to do a guitar lesson. We are we are live right now, but if you're just tuning in, then I've got a couple of things for you to know before we get started. Um, if you look right up above me, right over here, there are a couple of links to my sites. So there's my YouTube link, there's a guitar course I have coming up, and the top link is the main one I want you to pay attention to. That should also be somewhere in my description on Facebook. But the top link will give you a sheet that goes through everything that we're going to learn today. So make sure that you download that. Today, I am not going to put anything up on the screen other than just my face and my guitar. But next week, I'll probably do a couple of extra things on the screen. So if you want some notes to go along with the lesson, then just make sure that you click on that link, download it. It'll ask you to enter your email address. And what that'll get you is I'm going to use that same site for every single one of these lessons. And so all of the free sheets will be there. And the next lesson, I'm going to do two next week. Not one, but two. So we'll do a normal lesson on Wednesday. But since Monday is May the 4th, I'm going to do a special Star Wars lesson. And we are going to learn how to play some Star Wars themed songs. All right. So it looks like we've got a couple of people watching. So today we're going to learn Sweet Home Alabama. And if you haven't gotten your sheet, just grab it from the link up above. And we're going to get started. So I'm going to do three different versions of this one. I'm going to start at level 1. And with each version, it gets a little bit more complex. So if you are just now starting out, then you probably want to stick with level 1. And then maybe in the future you could do level 2 or level 3. But all of that stuff is on the sheet. All right, so let's get started. Since we did a lot of beginner stuff last week, I wanted to start by going over the string names again. So the top string right here is called the low E string. Then you've got the A string, the D string, the G string, the B string, and the high E string. All right. Oh, hey, Ashley, I see that you left a comment. Good to have you here. All right, so let's go over those again. So we've got low E, then A, then D, then G, then B, and high E. All right, and so for level 1, let's start with level 1. So if you are ready for level 2 or 3, still pay attention to level 1 because all of these different levels are going to relate to each other, all right? So level 1, we are going to start on the D string. We're going to play that twice. D, D. All right? And then, so that's all we do to begin with. So we're going to go D, D. Then we're going to put our finger, does not matter which finger for right now, on the 3rd fret of the A string. We're going to play that twice. So D, D, 3rd fret. And that's that one right there. When you play the 3rd fret of the A string, that's called C. So D, then C. And then the last one is we're going to play the 3rd fret on the low E string. And we're going to do, that one lasts longer than the other, so we're going to play it 4 times in all, like this. So D, D, 3rd fret, then 3rd fret on low E. All right, So this note right here, when you play the 3rd fret of the low E, it's called the G. So this is G. So D, our notes for today are D, C, and G. All right, so let me go through it one time slowly, and this is level 1. Ready? D, D, C, C, G, G. And as I'm going through this, if you have any questions, just comment on the video and I'll try to get to any questions that we have, all right? So D, D, C, C, G, G. All right, and for these last two, I'm just playing the 3rd fret of the A and the 3rd fret of the E. So let's do that a couple of times. 1, 2, ready, go. D, D, C, C, G, G. Ready, go. D, D, C, C, G, G. One more time. Ready, go. D, D, C, C, G, G. 1, 2, last time. D, D, C, C, G, G. All right. So if you think that level 1 is the one for you, I want you, while I'm teaching level 2 and level 3, just practice that, get that motion, get used to that motion, and check back with us in a second because we'll do the whole song together with me singing and you guys playing along. And I want to see some of your videos. All right. Hey, is that Sierra that just said hey to me? All right. So we are going to go, that was level 1. We are going to go to level 2. So in level 2, we're moving to playing chords. And in level 1, I said that don't pay attention. I said do not pay attention to which fingers you're using. But for this one, it's really important for you to pay attention to your fingers. All right. So we're going to use 3 fingers for our first chord. We're going to put our first finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. 2nd fret G string right there. Then we're going to put our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the high E string right there. Then we're going to put our 3rd finger in between those on the 3rd fret of the B string. So 2nd fret G, 2nd fret high E, 3rd fret B. All right? And this is called the D chord, and we're going to play all 4 of the bottom strings like this. All right? And if you can't make that clear of a sound yet, don't worry about that. It'll get better. So keep your fingers there. So once you get your fingers in that position, keep your fingers there because it's really important to keep your fingers there for the next chords we're going to do. So D, let me go over it one more time before I move on. First finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the high E, and 3rd finger in between those on the 3rd fret of the B. And all of this stuff is on the Sweet Home Alabama sheet that's on the link up above me. All right, so that's D. Now, for the next chord, we're going to play C. And you're going to keep your 3rd finger, this one, in the same place, okay? So keep it there. And we're going to move our 2nd finger to the 3rd fret of the A string. And make sure you lead with your 2nd finger. It's really important. It kind of puts the other fingers in place when you lead with your 2nd finger. All right, so 2nd finger, 3rd fret of the A string. 1st finger, 2nd fret of the D string. And then you're going to take your pinky and you're going to put it on the 3rd fret of the high E. So let's go over those fingers again. I'm going to keep my fingers in place. So notice my 3rd finger didn't move at all. So 2nd finger is 3rd fret on the A string. 1st finger is 2nd fret on the D string. 3rd finger is in the same place it was for the D chord. it's in the 3rd fret of the B, and then your 4th finger is on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And for this one, we're going to play the bottom 5. And this is called a C. So we've got D. Notice how my finger's going to stay in the same spot. Go to C. And then for the last chord is G. All right? And all we're going to do is we're going to keep these 2 fingers, our 3rd and 4th, we're going to keep those in the same spot. And we're going to move our 1st and 2nd to the next 2 strings like this. So our 1st moves to the 2nd fret of the A, and our 2nd moves to the 3rd fret of the low E. And we play all 6 strings. So this is called the G chord. All right, so notice after I get in this position, these 2 fingers stay the same. So our 3rd finger does not move at all this whole time. So let's go through those again. So we've got D, then C, then G. All right? And the way part 2 is going to work is you're going to do part of part 1, but we're adding a little bit more to it. So level 1, we were doing this, just D, C, C, G, G. And we're going to still do that, but we're going to add the rest of the chord sounds. So we're going to go D, D, play the whole chord. Then we're going to go to C, play the whole chord. Then G and play the whole chord. All right, so let's try that together really, 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 really slowly. 1, 2, ready, go. D, D chord, C, C chord, G, G chord. All right, and then we're just going to hold the G, then we go back. D, D chord, C, C chord, G, G. Just like that. All right. Good. All right, so now for the last part. So we've done level 1, we've done level 2, now for level 3. So with the level 3, we are going to do the same chords. So you still got the same 3 chords. D, C, then G. All right, but we're going to pick them. So we're going to go D, D, and we're going to play the B and G string. Then we're going to play the first note of the C, and then the B and the G string. And then we're going to play the G and play the whole chord. So, all right, so let's try that. So D, D, B and G, C, C, B and G, then G, G. All right, let's do that a couple of times. 1, 2, ready, go. D, D, B, G, C, C, B, G, G, full chord. 1, 2, ready, go. D, G, full chord. All right, now, if you are level 1, let's pay attention again. So if you're around from level 1, I'm going to teach you that little riff that goes in between. So the full riff goes like this. All right, so we're going to learn that little part. All right, so if you're playing the chords, keep your fingers in those positions. So notice that when I play the G, I'm keeping these 2 fingers there as I move these others. All right, so let's go over that part. So you're going to play A, and then the 2nd fret. So A, together. And don't worry about remembering this stuff. Remember, just grab the sheet. You can practice it between now and next week. If you can't grab the sheet today, it will be up. It will be up actually forever, so you'll always be able to go back in and get it at any time. But if you grab the sheet today, I'll go ahead and send you the Star Wars lesson out this weekend so that you can be practicing it before the Monday lesson. All right, so I promised that we would play along with it. So level 1, let me go just review everything again. So you've got D, D, C, C, G, G. Can you do that again? D, D, C, C, G, G. All right, level 2, we add the chords. So you're going to play D, D chord, C, C chord, you guys, when you get up to speed on the riff, you can learn the riff too. Just uses the A and D string. All right, and then finally level 3 just goes like this. So we are about to play along with the recording. All of these lessons, every week I'm going to do 3 levels. And the 3 levels are so anybody can learn the guitar. So if you're just picking it up, try level 1. If you've been going for a few weeks, try level 2. And always look back at with the sheet, you're going to have all 3 levels. So you basically have 3 lessons all in one. So play along with your parents, play along with your friends. So like somebody could play level 1, somebody else could play level 2, somebody could play level 3, and all of the parts fit together. That's the great thing about it. All right, so are you guys ready to play along with me? Here we go. Wheels keep on turning. All right, guys. So work up to that speed. I'm gonna have download the lesson sheet to give you those tips. Along with this, I'm gonna have a YouTube coming out a little bit later that with a slow version and a faster version with tablature below, so you guys can play along with it. If you have any questions for me, most of you guys already have my email, but shoot me an email and be looking for an email if you have signed up and grabbed the sheet already. Be looking for an email for the Star Wars song coming out on Monday. So we'll do Star Wars on Monday, and then I'll go ahead and tell you what we're doing next Wednesday. So Star Wars is Monday. Next Wednesday, we will do Into the Unknown from Frozen. That's a pretty hard one, though. So work on this one. Would love to see what you guys have learned. So send me your videos of you playing along with it. Start slow and then build up from there. If you're at a level 1 right now, then try to get to a level 2 within the next month or so. If you're at a level 2, try to get to level 3. And you can always mix and match the different levels. So like I said, leave me any questions. If you have any requests for songs for me to do in the future, leave those in the comments below. And if you are on YouTube right now, then click subscribe to my channel. I think that's it. I'll see you guys on Monday. Be checking your email for the next Star Wars song. See you next time, guys.